What to do with reference? Now, reference is useful, right? You can get a lot out of it from which you can build, because it provides something to pull on that you can shorten that development process. It shortens the time frame. Now what to do with the reference? Now, growth, we say, is gain reference outlined with tested hypotheses. We gain reference from past experience. Now what do we do with it? The most valuable, or should I say, the most critical measure to take is not to apply. The application of it is to be determined. As you gain reference, you don't know exactly when you're going to use that reference or for what purpose. You don't know what's ahead. However, what you do know now is that reference is valuable. So, working in manufacturing or working in laboratory space, you find that there are some principles employed as folks understand. There's a lot to be gained in the future from the present. Not so much a lot to be gained in the future from the future. Rather, a lot to be gained in the future from the present. In other words, the past will show you a lot in the future. Right now, not much, but in the future, it will. So, how do you take good control measures with today's reference? I think a good reference to assess how to manage reference is what's called retains. So, when you make a product, in order to support future evaluation of that product, you want to have some extra amount of it stored. You're making the product today, you take some extra amount of sample. You're not selling that amount, you're not giving it away, you're not throwing it away. You're storing it. And, in the future, the intent is that you have that available should you need it to assess things. That's called retains. Now, there are good ways and bad ways to manage retains. A bad way is just grabbing it and throwing it in a bin. Don't worry about labeling it, we just know we made it. Right? That's a bad way. In the future you won't know. What is this? Where is it from? When was it made? What lot number? What's the production date? You won't know anything to glean any information. But, should you look at this from a I need to know all I need to know in the future, then you take the necessary steps, which is the good way. You capture the lot number, the production date, the measurement date, right? And you also have the data that was associated with that particular sample that you can then later look at and say, when this material was made on this date, it was tested, and this is what we got from the results. Reference is useful. It's hard to get a lot out of it if you don't have a good collection process. Storage, if you will, to support recollection later. So, I say, what to do with reference? It's what you do now with reference. Store it. Store it appropriately. Right? It will come in handy, and you won't know when. So, might as well take the time to pull some valuables out of that moment to associate it with that reference that you'll need later. You never know which product, which production time, which date was important to what is coming in the future. So, you make an effort to keep the same system for all. Doing so, you can easily identify it in the future. Store it appropriately. That's what you do with reference.